Will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warner. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed. Leopard. Leopard.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Anything moves, we hit it. Anything moves, we hit it. Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On play action, they'll throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. A give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! Set!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They get it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
sitting alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watching that, Barney! Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Over! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Back to throw. He's got that one complete to Darbo. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
A first down carry by Elliott. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The give is to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
10th carry now for Elliott. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
All right, now look at 56. 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
Now back to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire. And
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6, and the Texans get a bit closer.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fisher. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Crash down, crash.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Fisher. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone. Over, 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 over. Pass.
He'll drop to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Watch 89! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They go to Elliott again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Let's go! 319! 319! Over!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And his pass incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll drop the throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
He's back to throw. There he goes inside the 30. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down to the 19-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Keeps himself upright. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.